Hey friends, Tux here. I got an interesting comment about DAPs this week, and the question was basically, if you were to buy one right now, what would you buy? They were going through my channel, they've seen I have a million DAP reviews, and they were kind of like confused, maybe, if I was to pick one, all things considered, what would I buy? Okay, and so I did a lot of thinking about this, and looking at the players I have, and I honestly use a lot of them in different ways, and so I think it really boils down to, if you're looking at buying a high definition audio player, like, first off, the price. Obviously, there's all sorts of restrictions. If you said you can have any car you want, people might say, oh, I want a Lamborghini or a Porsche or Ferrari or whatever. But honestly, it boils down to, your budget. So if your budget is over, let's say in this particular case for DAPs, I'm just going to say for now, under 500 and over 500. Okay. And of course, there's a lot of subcategories. We could say under 150 even. Maybe I'll do another video down the road. But if you're looking for something over $500, my favorite DAP is the Astel & Kern, and this is the Alpha. And there is Ultra, which is very similar as part of the Kane series of DAPs they have. And the reason why I like this DAP, okay, is because it has a built-in amplifier, okay? And so this is honestly the loudest DAP I have. It is loud, okay? This is a DAP which I do not play at maximum volume. It is just ear-crushing loud. It's too loud, and it's super clear. And that's what I like about it is it sounds great. In fact, for this particular DAP, I find Astel & Kern, they really don't, there is built-in EQs for rock, jazz, whatever, and custom EQs and that kind of thing. In fact, it's a very elaborate EQ, and you can see in the original video for this, I go through and show how many bands it is and all that good stuff. But it's a very elaborate DAP, but these guys tune their DAP players so well that it's a situation where I turn the EQ off. I just trust them and go with their bass setting, because to me that sounds best. Okay, having extra sound filters on an Astel & Kern DAP does not help the situation. That's their filters, so I just like the sound that they have built into it. It sounds amazing, it sounds loud, it sounds amazingly clear, but I do buy their product with a grain of salt now, because if you go back in my queue, you'll see I had an AK-70 where the battery ballooned up, and they gave me very poor support on that. So I think going forward, if I was to buy another DAP, that is definitely something I would keep in mind, is that even though they are kind of an audiophile company, their customer service support is not the best, okay? But they do sound amazing. I'll give them props on that. This is a very good sounding DAP. I really enjoy this a lot. And coming on my next trip, which is coming up, going to New York again, I'll probably carry this DAP or this DAP, and it'll be a tough decision. You'll have to see. I'll post that on Instagram what I take with me. You'll see us in first class, and you'll see which one we have. But I think I'll probably take this one. But then the other thing is, for the under 500 option, there is no disputing the Sony NWA 306 is an amazing DAP. It really is. This thing, to me, has the very, very best sound filters. Okay, this has sound filters of their $1,000 plus player built into this little $350 player that you can often get on sale for less. Okay, so that's something else too, where it's a situation where if you have under $500, like 300, 299, 350. The 350 is like the base MSRP, but again, you can often find this on sale on Amazon for like $299. Okay, like $50 off. And I believe it's because there's a new one coming out later at some point in the near to soon future. But I wouldn't hold off on buying it just because there potentially could be a new one in the future. But this DAP really does sound amazing. Make sure if you do get it, make sure you do the updates, and that way you can actually, get some of the sound filters taken off a little bit, or I should say sound limiter taken off a little bit. They did kind of bend the knee to the World Health Organization, trying to make it not too loud, so that way you won't hurt your precious little ears, And I think we're adults here. We can make a judgment call on that one, all right? So I wish they would have not done that, but it really has amazing sound filters. This one here, I do turn the filters on. It's AI upscaling. It has a really great vinyl filter, great EQs, all sorts of amazing filters that really add to the sound quality of this player. And even with the volume limiter on it, and though they turned it back a little bit, it's not as loud as this player for sure, but it sounds crisp, clear. It's going to be an enjoyable experience. And of course, for either of these DAPs, you want to have a nice pair of matched headphones or earbuds to go along with them. And I do recommend wired, but I know a lot of people like Bluetooth, and that's fine. Of course, they both work off Bluetooth, I would say cons for both these two players. The con for this one probably is a volume limiter. The con for this one probably is a battery life. This one here, with the built-in amplifier, it does burn through the battery. And even if you have it turned off, this is one of those players that will burn through the battery in powered down mode, okay? And that's frustrating. I wish I could just power it down. Like this one here, I can power it down and it doesn't use up a lot of juice. It doesn't use any juice really. This one, you power it down and it still sucks up juice. So that's a problem. Now, two other wild cards I like to mention. One would be if you're looking for something, and I know some people would cringe at this, but something you're already carrying, that's a phone, okay? And the Sony Xperia 1 Mark V, sorry, I'm bumping into things here, working around the tripod. This is a great little phone, and it plays music amazing, okay? But I just wanted to throw that out there. Again, we're talking DAPs, we're not talking phones. But if you're looking for something that would be a good audio player, not quite as good as either of these, you know, it has some of the sound filters of this, but not all of them, you know, because primarily this is a phone, you know, and that's a good one. And if you're saying, hey, Tuck, what about something you don't own? Like, what would you consider buying? Okay, and if there's one which I've been looking at here, okay, I'll even show you here. This is the Hi-Bi, okay, the R4, and that's one I do not own currently. And I can't help but think that, am I looking at this because of the cool green look, and they have an orange one I like too. Am I looking at this because of the cool look of it, and not so much because of the quality of it? So there you have it, folks. A couple options for you. Great under $350 option, probably under $300, would be this one here. And a great over $500 option would be this one here, okay? Sorry, this one's low on battery. The batteries, once they're fully charged, they go great. It drains overnight, and that's one thing I don't like about it again. And so right now for this video, I have it plugged in, trying to give it some juice. You can see it has power there, but it goes into night mode because, see, do you want to go into shutdown? Because it's a situation where it's burning through the juice pretty quickly. So anyway, guys, two great players. Really can't go wrong with either of them. This one weighs more. This one sounds better but quieter. This one way louder, but burns through batteries, all right? Hope that makes sense. I'll put links for these down below for you, okay? And of course, again, good quality files, good quality players, and good quality headphones or earbuds are crucial to getting a good HD experience, okay, for HD audio. All right? Thanks for watching, friends. We'll talk to you soon. Sorry my dog's cooing. Bye-bye.